President Obama was asked about Colin Kaepernick sitting for the national anthem. Let's listen to his response here.
In terms of Mr. Kaepernick, I got to confess that I haven't been thinking about football while I've been over here. And I haven't been following this closely, but my understanding at least is that he's exercising his constitutional right to make a statement. I think there's a long history of sports figures doing so. I think there are a lot of ways you can do it. As a general matter, when it comes to the flag and the national anthem and the meaning that holds for our men and women in uniform and those who fought for us, that is a tough thing for them to get past, to then hear what his deeper concerns are. But I don't doubt his sincerity based on what I've heard. I think he cares about some real, legitimate issues that have to be talked about. If nothing else, what he's done is he's generated more conversation around some topics that need to be talked about. You've heard me talk about in the past the need for us to have an active citizenry. Sometimes that's messy and controversial, and it gets people angry and frustrated. But I'd rather have young people who are engaged in the argument and trying to think through how they can be part of our democratic process than people who are just sitting on the sidelines and not paying attention at all.
That was a great answer. I like that answer a lot. I also find the hypocrisy on this hilarious from some people, where Donald Trump is running for president and his entire message is, "Make America great again." In other words, by logical deduction, he's saying, America's not great. America's not great. We're terrible. We're failing. This country's going to hell. These are things he's literally said. So his whole message is America's not great. Everybody on the far right, yeah, woo, totally America's not great, bro. Totally, woo, we suck, woo. Colin Kaepernick comes along. America's not great. We should fix it. Boo, 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 fuck off, boo, boo. Leave America if you don't like it, boo. Weird, I didn't hear any of you guys say that to Donald Trump when Donald Trump said America's not great. Nobody said, you need to fucking love it or leave it, bitch. Nobody ever said that to him. Why? Could it be because, number one, he's a right-winger, and number two, he's an old white dude? I'm sure that has nothing to do with it, no. So you're allowed to say whatever you want if you're a right-winger, but if you're a left-winger, then what happens? The right-wing PC police come out of the woodworks. I always find it funny, man. The people who fancy themselves, I'm against political correctness, okay. I'm against these goddamn whiny little social justice warriors on college campuses. And you didn't stand for the national anthem, and that doesn't make me feel good, and you should have given me a trigger warning, and then the safe space, I don't want to see that you don't stand for the national anthem, you gotta stand for it, I don't like it, stand, damn it, stand, I'm so angry at you, I'm so mad. Oh, have you been triggered? Did you need a safe space from the peaceful protest? Is that what you needed? By the way, for everybody who's against Colin Kaepernick here, do me a favor. Sit down with a pen and paper, do it old school, and write up the ways you do approve for left-wingers to protest. Now, no, I get it. So you disagree with the substance of what the left is saying. That's totally fine. It's America. You can disagree with whatever the fuck you want to disagree with. But, you know how adults respond when something like this happens? Hey, look, man, I don't agree with what he's arguing about for reasons X, Y, and Z. I don't agree with his position. His position is wrong. But I obviously will defend to the death his right to do what he's doing because this is what America is about. That's how an adult responds and disagrees. You know how right-wing, PC police, social justice warrior bitches respond? Stop it! Don't you stand for the anthem, or you're a bad person. Bad. Terrible. I hate you. Hey, why don't you stand for the anthem? He's like, you hate America? Leave America then. If you don't fucking like America, leave America. Boo, boo, boo. Again, they don't sense the hypocrisy. They don't get it. They don't get it. That they can scream, rightly so in this instance, about all the microaggressions on college campuses and the safe space and the trigger warnings and the overly sensitive, emotional, far left, authoritarian left on college campuses. I agree totally there. But then they become that when it's an issue that they hold dear. You didn't fucking salute my flag. It's not like that's a standard form of peaceful protest that has been happening forever. That's exactly what it is. So get over it. If you don't like it, get over it. Say, I disagree for reasons X, Y, and Z, but of course he's allowed to do it. But they don't do that. They just cry and whine like little bitches. And then finally, Obama's answer was great. I liked it. But, dude, it is crazy that you're lecturing about the Constitution when, Edward Snowden is camped in Russia somewhere because he can't come home because you don't like the fact that he actually believes in a free press and he believes in releasing information to the public that the public should know and that the government has no right to keep secret. That you're spying on all of us. There's a violation of the Fourth Amendment right there, the NSA. Chelsea Manning and what she's going through, it's a fucking tragedy and it's a disaster. She leaks information about how, for example, our soldiers killed civilians in Iraq. It shows us killing civilians, killing members of the media and stuff. And then she leaks that and they go, now we're going to lock you up. You're not allowed to release that. The whole point of a free press and, journalism and free citizenry depends on transparency and information being available about what our government is doing in our name. But when it's something that's constitutional, but Obama doesn't like it, well, I'm going to put you in jail or you're going to have to spend the rest of your life in a place you don't want to be because the authoritarian ruler is right. No, that's not the case. So it is fucked up that he's lecturing about the Constitution when he killed Anwar al-Awlaki and his son, Abdul Rahman, when there was no court proceeding and this person is a U.S. citizen, but you killed him in a drone strike. Okay, if he's a bad guy, at least try him without him there. You could do that, but they didn't do it. And they killed his 16-year-old son, too, that he didn't do anything wrong. There was no evidence he did anything wrong. They killed him anyway with a drone. And then when pressed on it, Robert Gibbs said, one of Obama's top officials, was like, he should have had a more responsible father. You want to talk about unconstitutional? Sweet Jesus, that breaks records for being unconstitutional. So there's an angle of hypocrisy with Obama, too. But overall, the comments were good about Kaepernick's protest. And look, if you don't like it, that's fine. But get over it. He's allowed to do it. You know he's allowed to do it. And by the way, hindsight's 20/20. History will look back, and they will view it. Just like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was hated when he ranted, why I gotta go to Vietnam? I ain't gonna kill no Viet Cong, and they never called me nigga. They never told me I can't sit at the diner. I don't even have freedom here, and you want me to go fight for freedom over there, yada, yada, yada. People were outraged. They were shocked. Oh, how dare you? You're not making me feel comfortable as a white person in this country. How dare you? And he's like, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm standing up for something more important. That's exactly what Kaepernick is doing, and still, to this day, some people don't get it. History will get it, and you'll look like the jackasses that you are.